Hello, my name is Samina Merchant, and you're watching this video as part of my course requirement for INST 5130. In this video, I will be discussing Jean Piaget's stages of development. Jean Piaget focused on the growth of infancy to adulthood. He believed that children will seek out information to make sense of the world around them, and they will construct knowledge from their own experiences. Unlike Piaget, nativists believed that the organism is born with an innate set of ideas that form the basis for knowledge. Our perceptions depend on knowledge in order to understand our senses. Empiricists believe that knowledge results from an accumulation of experience, meaning that all knowledge is based on experience. However, Piaget suggested a compromise between nativism and empiricism, since cognition was assumed to be an interaction between heredity and environment. Piaget also called his view constructivism because he firmly believed that knowledge acquisition is a process of continuous self-construction. Piaget described three types of knowledge that are acquired by children. The first type of knowledge is physical knowledge. This is the knowledge about the world. For example, the child may see blocks for the first time. The second type of knowledge is logical mathematical knowledge. This is abstract knowledge and must be invented. For example, the child learns to arrange things in patterns or shapes. The third type of knowledge is social knowledge, and this is culture-specific knowledge that can only be learned from other people within the cultural group. Piaget's stages of development include 4 categories, and with each category, the child will go through these stages in a linear fashion. So beginning at birth through age 2, the child will experience sensory motor period, and this is where the child will experience the world through senses and actions. From ages 2 through 6, the child will go through the pre-operational period, and this is where the child will begin representing things with words and images. The third category is starting at ages 7 through 11, and this is the concrete operational period where thinking becomes more logical about concrete events and grasping concrete analogies. And the fourth category begins at age 12 all the way into adulthood, which is the formal operational stage, and this is where a person can think about hypothetical scenarios and processing abstract thoughts. According to Piaget, each stage must present a qualitative change in the child's cognition. Every child must pass through this stage and cannot regress backward. Sophisticated abilities at later stages are a result of earlier foundations, and children at every stage may exhibit different cognitive abilities, but their behavior would be consistent. Piaget talks about his processes of development. The first process is assimilation. This is where the child will incorporate new material from the environment into a schema. So for example, a child will see a ball for the first time, and depending on the roundness and the shape of the ball, the child can associate every round object with the ball. The second process is accommodation. Now this is the changing of the schema to better fit the environment. So for example, if a ball bounces, then the child may begin to associate how one ball bounces versus another ball which doesn't bounce the same way. The third process is the equilibrium. This is now where the child can apply new information into an existing schema. So the child may learn to figure out that the child can also throw the ball no matter what shape or size it is. As experiences happen and new information is presented, new schemas are developed and old schemas are changed or modified. Critics would oppose that Piaget did not take into cultural and social differences into account. Piaget's stages are linear, it's one-directional, so there's no regressing back into an earlier stage. All children are expected to reach formal operations. This is also difficult for adults who are learning a new skill. Piaget's conclusion on children's abilities were done with task-based experiments. It could be difficult to measure since not all children can perform the same task at similar ages. And Piaget also failed to acknowledge the role of the adult intervention. Learning does not always occur alone. In my lesson plan, I will be conducting a study of cultures. My lesson plan will be on the study of cultures. Students will research a specific aspect of culture assigned to them. This aspect can include art, music, literature, food, clothing, religion. Students will work individually to create a multimedia presentation. This lesson focuses on the process of organizing previous knowledge and constructing new information and showcase a media presentation. Thank you for watching my video.